5 signs you're the rebound and he is still in love with his ex. Oh, hello, my name is Chengi. I'm your dating and relationship expert here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where we teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, and high worth woman that high quality men find completely irresistible. Can I get an amen? Amen. Okie dokie. So today we're going to talk about you potentially being the rebound girl. I know this is really difficult, but we have to understand that at some point, as long as we are on the dating market, as long as we're engaging with humans, we're going to find ourselves in precarious situations that we did not ask for, that we did not call for. We might find ourselves at the receiving end of a man who is dating to get over somebody that he was with. And the only thing we can do is know the signs, and when they show up, be curious about them, dig into them, and make a decision about how we want to move forward. We all know what it's like. Those of us who have been a rebound, we know what that feels like. That feeling of not quite being enough when you know you are, not quite feeling connected when you know that you are completely emotionally available, but there's something in this relationship, there's a block, you can't tell what it is. It's not quite cheating, it's not quite an interest, there's something quite not right. We need to pay attention to those signals because they are showing us and pointing the way to what we need to get curious about, what we need to start asking questions about, and what we need to start highlighting in our relationship. So number one, if a man is recently out of a relationship, chances are you are the rebound. If he literally just left a relationship, you are a rebound. There's no other way to put it. Now, I've seen some rebounds stick it out and, do the do and eventually even become the wife. But it's very rare that the rebound becomes anything other than the person they're using to soothe their soul. You could be the most amazing, most wonderful, most understanding woman, but once a man puts you in that, is looking for a rebound, sometimes the relationship he's coming from was really painful, was difficult, lowered his sense of self. And he just needs somebody who sees who he wants them to see. The person who still looks at them like a hero. He needed you to soothe his soul. And so the first thing that you will see definitely is that he's recently out of a relationship. A man takes between 2 years plus to really get over a long-term relationship. If a man was in a long-term meaningful relationship, a marriage, engaged, 5, 6, 3, 2-year relationship, he needs time to metabolize that oxytocin bond, because when men are in relationships, they're actually beginning to produce the oxytocin that makes them bond with the woman, and it takes about 2 years for that oxytocin bond to begin to break down. And so it's usually not a good idea to date a man who's recently divorced, recently broken up. And the best kind of man is a man who had a breakup, stayed single for a good chunk of time, and worked on himself. He's usually quite a good one. But mainly, if it's under 2 years, proceed with caution. Unless that relationship that he had prior was not deep, was not meaningful, was just a situationship, then perhaps we can explore the potential of moving forward. The House of Swans is the new portal for the Black Swan Relationship Academy. The House of Swans is where you will be able to completely access me and those of you who are serious, focused, and committed to your Black Swan journey. In the House of Swans, you will get access to many of the courses in the academy depending on your subscription level, but most importantly, you will get the exclusive courses I am creating only for the women in the House of Swans. So far, we've been talking about the power dynamics between men and women, sharing things that I will never share on public platforms, giving you insight so you understand how power flows between the masculine and the feminine. I'm also sharing about how to be completely and totally unforgettable in the bedroom, how to get a man to be completely and absolutely generous with you. And all you have to do to be a part of this elite society is to click the link in bio. And if you're watching this on Instagram, comment the word swans and a link will be sent to you. Love you lots. Number 2, if a man constantly brings up his ex, especially calling her by name, Jane used to do that, Sarah used to do that, whatever, she keeps coming up She keeps coming up in comparison to you. She keeps coming up to complain about her. She keeps coming up when you do something different or when you make the same thing. This is a man who is still very much in love with this woman, and he can't seem to take her off his mind. And honestly, he will more likely go back to her if she calls on him. Number 3, he is so angry at her. He cannot stand her. He has nothing good to say. He gets mad. Anger is usually the auxiliary emotion when we feel hurt, when we're still passionate about something that we feel we cannot have. Anger, a man who is angry about his ex because of his ex, is a man who is not over his ex. It's only when he can speak about her in kind, loving ways, where he even protects her shields her from some of the things that she's done. This is when you realize, actually, this man is over her. But if he's still talking crap about her, still diminishing her, still making her come across like a bad person, then he is still very much emotionally connected, energetically connected to her. Number 4, when you are being intimate, you feel that it's just a physical thing. He leaves the room. He exits. He is not present. He doesn't show up. There's a part of him when you look in his eyes or when you feel the energy of your intimacy. And we're talking about this in the sex mastery class here at the House of Swans. So if you want to know more about sex and sexuality, the way men see it, the way we see it, the way it is, I want you to show up to the House of Swans and get your membership, and we will see you on the inside. So if it feels like he is not present, this is a man who is still very much in love with another woman. 5, last but not least, when she calls, he goes running. Whatever she needs, whatever she wants, when she calls, he goes running. If your man has an ex who needs something from him other than to do with the children they may have, she needs him to change a tire, fix a window, do this or the other, and he goes running, this is a man who is still very much in love with her. He should not have any reason to be in her presence other than if they have children together. These are the signs, and I'm sure there are more that I can share with you later, but these are the common and typical signs that this man is still in love with an ex and he really isn't over her. These are the moments where we get left for the ex because he never got over her. He was just using you to soothe his wounds. I hope that this video helped, and if you need any help dealing with the situation, we are here for you at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. All you have to do is look at the link below, book your complimentary call, or join the House of Swans, and we will walk you through and hold your hand through any situation you're in relationally. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. In the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye. If you've been listening to this broadcast, you feel that you identify with anything that I have said, I want you to know that we're not leaving you on your own. Actually, I have created a complimentary initial call with my coaches. You will be able from today onwards to call one of the coaches and have a conversation about the particular issue that is bothering you. This call is completely free. No obligation. It is our ministry and our service to you to make sure that we get to touch base with you, understand what's going on with you, and actually give you a moment to speak with a professional, maybe even for the first time in your life. But I don't know how long I'll be able to offer this to you, my darling swan. But whilst it is here and you're watching this video, please find the link below, or if you're on Instagram, comment help. Take care of you.